You're listening to the Dynamic Thinking Project podcast. This is episode 50, and today's topic is Passion is Not Enough. Hey everyone, Adam Muselli here. Welcome to the Dynamic Thinking Project podcast. If this is your first time listening, then thanks for coming. This podcast is released every Friday, and show notes are found at the website, themindtechinstitute.com. It's all one word. Come back often and feel free to add this podcast to your favorite RSS feed or iTunes. You can also follow me on Twitter and Facebook. All links are in the show notes and website. And now, let's get started. This subject today is important, especially for those who are seeking self-development. And I've often been asked this question by many of our students. And I think it's time just to explain the difference between passion and decision making. Actually, this episode is gonna be about why passion isn't enough, and doesn't mean it's not important. However, it's not a priority. So passion is not enough because it fluctuates. It fluctuates depending on your values. For example, if you are on value 5, and if you have done the NLP Master Practitioner training with us, you would know what I'm talking about. Value 5 is a person that is more into business, more into money, more into successful financial success. So if someone is at value 5, now everything they see or they hear or they feel is business and opportunities, even if they have to step on other people to get to their goal. So yes, they become a bit selfish with their success or to get to that success. So if someone is value 5, tomorrow their passion might change to value 6 passions. And everything they used to do while they are value 5, especially the unethical things, would end. It's the same when the passion of value 3, which is also more into selfishness but more as a rebel. For example, to drive a fast car and don't care about everyone else because the hell with everyone else. That's the value 3 attitude. When value 3 gets to value 4, this passion will change because a value 4 is more into legal and lawful and systems. So value 3, when they get to value 4, this passion of being the rebel will change because it will become illegal or unlawful to drive those cars and be careless on the road, and also will not even drive that car in the first place because to value 4, that car should not be on the road because it's not a roadworthy to drive. And of course, it's a police magnet car. So when the police, they see a car like that, police is value 4 because it's system. When the police, they see a car like that, definitely they'll pull it over and they'll check the driver, they will check the defect of the car. And that car is usually will be written as a defect. So a value 4 will not drive such a car. When he was value 3 or when she was value 3, they were driving that car because it's a sign of a rebel, because that car is loud, it's got a loud exhaust, it's a fast car, so they drive it. The hell with everyone else. It's me. It's all about me. That's value 3. So this is about values. Values are more like archetypes, and the way we teach them is the original way as Carl Jung. So it's more scientific. It's based on psychology and psychoanalysis. And if you're interested in that course, this is the NLP Practitioner and Master Practitioner course, but that segment is in the Master Practitioner course. We also cover it in the Life Management Training. So if you are interested in that course, you can go to the mindtechinstitute.com, click on the online courses tab, and then you'll find all these courses on that page. And of course, if you need more information, you can also contact us. All our contact details on the website. So as you see, that's why we don't care much about passion, because it fluctuates. It fluctuates depending on your values and even your mood and the chemicals in the brain. Your passion in summer is to drink cold drinks and cold juices. But in winter, it's to have hot tea or hot coffee. That's also a passion. Now, I know this is a minor passion. You might be thinking of passion as something you want to do in your life. Well, that's even worse. I mean, can you imagine that you have to find a passion? for the rest of your life and stick on it. It's like you're going to be imprisoned in it. And not just for one day. It's a decision you're going to make based on your passion for the rest of your life. And it's all about the stressful cultural and social narrative to choose your passion, such as you gotta find your passion kind of talk. Don't rely too much on your passion because it changes. Passion is not a plan. Passion is not a strategy. It's just a state of mind. That means it's just feelings. A temporary cocktail of chemicals rushing in your brain based on external influences interpreted in your conscious mind as internal self-interest. Let me say that again. I hope I'll remember what I said. Passion is not a plan. It's not strategy. It's just your mood. It's just feelings. Feelings are a temporary cocktail of chemicals rushing in your brain, and those chemicals are based on external influences, will be interpreted in your conscious mind as the mind that the analytical, the rational mind, or the thinking mind, as they are internal self-interest. But the fact is, there are external influences, such as social narrative, such as anything. They are external. They're not you. Maybe your parents, they been telling you gotta do something, you gotta make a decision, you gotta do something in your life, and then you gotta find something, and we'll get to that later. I will explain it later. And of course, don't listen to that sales speech of those fake gurus and motivational speakers who tell you to follow your passion, because you'll end up wasting your time and maybe your life waiting for the right opportunity or even the right person if it's a relationship. You see, people change. People change all the time and every day. As a matter of fact, for me personally, I want my passion to change. Why? Because that's how I evolve. That's how I get out of my comfort zone. I don't want to miss out on new things just because I have no passion for it. And obviously you have no passion for it because you don't know anything about it. And if you don't know something about something, it means you don't know about it. And that leads us to something else. Often, people always choose as their worst enemy the things they don't know or they are ignorant of. What you don't know is interpreted in your mind as dark. And dark is the worst enemy of your subconscious mind since the evolution of Cro-Magnon. Why? Because dark is not safe. This is how it's interpreted in your mind. And you cannot see in the dark. Maybe a predator will come and attack you in the dark. It's not safe. And the main role or the main job of your subconscious mind is self-preservation. Wants to keep you always safe. So the subconscious mind doesn't like dark. And the things you don't know about are interpreted as less priorities. So you gotta try new things. And passion is important. I'm not saying it's not important at all, but I'm saying passion alone, it's not important. So passion is important, but only for one thing, is to find it. That's all. It's just important to find it. So now you found your passion, then what? The answer is to choose a strategy to achieve it, such as SMART goals, and if it's financial, you can use mind map, and we also teach that in the life management training. So this is how you actually move your current passion to the next level. Don't get stuck in one passion and don't get stuck in that word. Just use the passion you have for the things you're doing as a fuel to get what you want, and then don't rely on it because it's a state, it's feelings, it's not a plan. Passion is not a strategy. Passion can change at any moment. And for me as a psychologist and a social engineer, I don't like those unstable things to build something stable on them. It's like building a house on sand or building a house on moving sand. It's a waste of resources, waste of energy, and absolutely waste of time. Another thing which is worth to mention is that passion is one of the main causes of depression. That's right. It's passion. Because people been listening to their parents, the society, motivational speakers, and other social narratives that you need to find your passion. And you must find it. So what do you think a person would do after they've been put in that much pressure, or after you put that much pressure on them? What do you think they would do? They will start running on scarcity mode to find it. And it's not easy to find it because it's a state of mind that fluctuates. It fluctuates every minute, it fluctuates every day. And every time you think that I found it, the chemicals in your brain changes, and then you go back and forth, missing a whole lot of opportunities. Thus, you think there is something wrong with you, and you start developing that sense of unworthiness. Then you go to your physician, and he or she will give you an antidepressant just to keep you alive, so you don't jump over a bridge, just to numb those chemicals in your mind, in your brain, which is your passion. Passion is not a plan or a strategy. It's not solid. It's just feelings. So the whole point is that passion is just a tool. You can use it and utilize it to keep you on track and to get you to your goal, just to keep you moving. Your passion will change, and you must know that so you don't get shocked later. You see, I'm all for self-discovery and awareness and personal development, at least a logical one where we apply strategies that can create tangible results, not some wishy-washy stuff. But you gotta always remember that there is a whole multi-billion-dollar industry about finding your passion out there. These people are waiting for you to consume such motivational seminars and books, and of course they are going to tell you, find your passion. And also, most colleges and self-help gurus and motivational speakers will not telling you what I'm telling you here. They will not tell you what I'm telling you now, that passion is not enough, because they want you to keep going back to them and pay for the next program, the passion program, which they will create for you. Yes, they will create a passion for you. They will create a passion for you so you keep going back to them. I'm not here to fool you. I'm here showing you the truth, and then it's a choice you accept or you reject the information that it's being given to you. And to know more about that and to see how it's being done, you can go back to episode 4 and listen to it. So passion is important only to find it. Then you use it if it's logical and ecological. That means if you have a passion for something and you know that you cannot do that thing for a reason or for some reasons, then find another passion. For example, someone has passion to make wine, but he or she lives in a country where it's illegal to make or sell alcohol. Then that passion is not logical to chase, because it's going to get you imprisoned or maybe killed. And by the way, I'm not referring to a specific country or society here. It's just an example. And in case, if you don't know that, even in the United States, alcohol was strictly banned for almost 2 decades back in the 20s and the 30s. So be logical. Don't be driven by your emotions. And yeah, I mean, emotions are your passion. And another example, ecological example. For example, you have passion about, let's say, I don't know, nightclubs. You want to open a nightclub. You have passion for parties. You cannot open a nightclub next to a church, for example. This is ecology. You cannot open, I don't know, an adult shop next to a school. This is ecology. And I can give you another personal example about being logical with passion. You know, the Mindtech Institute is a big corporation. It's got several branches. We cover education, we cover counseling, therapy, training, all the way to corporate training, human resources, research, and social planning. It's a big operation. So if I'm gonna look for a manager, if I'm going to hire a manager for some sector or some department within any of the Mindtech Institute departments, do you think I will hire someone who tells me I want this position because it's my passion. you, you gotta be kidding me. This is a joke. Passion doesn't pay the responsibility bill. I honestly care less about finding passion, but I care more about finding a mission. Let me say that again. I care less about finding passion, but I care more about finding a mission. Passion is not a plan, it's just feelings. You can be passionate one day about a person or a job, and then not passionate about it the next. You see, we know this, and most people continue to use passion as a decision they have to take or make and to judge everything by, instead of seeing passion what it really is. Passion is the fire that ignites when you start rubbing sticks together. It's just the fuel, but it's merely steady, it's merely solid to base a decision around it. Now, here's another piece of information for you. Do you know why most people usually miss out on achieving the life they always wanted? That's because they are afraid. They are afraid to pick the wrong decision, the wrong job, and get on the wrong train headed to the wrong future. They're afraid of being stuck and forgetting that they are stuck right now. They are now stuck. They are stuck waiting for their passion. They are stuck waiting for a fire they keep feeding it every day, which it consumes of them more than it provides for them. The truth is, you don't create your life first and then live it. You create it by living it, not agonizing about it. They have this mindset that everything they need to do, it must fit in this passion vertical, which is unrealistic in the first place. I mean, show me a person whose job is garbologist. You know, the garbologist is the person who would respect, who picks up the trash, the garbage. So show me a person whose job is garbologist and his passion is trash. That's totally unrealistic. One of my favorite articles I've read about passion is by Scott Adams. He wrote a piece on the Wall Street Journal a few years ago. It was about how he's failed his way to success, and one of his jobs was a commercial loan officer. And he was taught specifically, do not loan money to someone following their passion. Loan the money to someone who wants to start a business. So success actually fuels passion more than passion fuels success. Let me say that again. Success fuels passion more than passion fuels success. If I tell you personally how many projects I got involved in and had no idea whatsoever what the project was all about, let alone have passion for it. But I ended up having the best time working on them. And then I got better at them until I turned them into something big. And then I let go because my work or career path shift. And that's because I follow plans and strategies. Don't get me wrong, I've done many mistakes in my life, but really, how would you know if you don't try? Passion is not a plan. It's not a decision. It's not a job. It's not a strategy. But it's the full force of your attention and energy that you give to whatever right in front of you now. And if you are so busy and distracted looking for this passion, you will lose opportunities along the way that could change your whole life and the life of people around you. And you can also miss out on great love because that's when you have a tunnel vision trying to find the one or the right opportunity. And sometimes you don't want to know what you're going to do next. I mean, I don't. I love not knowing what I'm going to do next. Not because sometimes I like to be spontaneous, but Sometimes I don't want to know what I'm going to do in 5 or 10 years from now and what I'm going to get into. And that's okay. It's totally okay not to know. You know why? Because the most fulfilling relationships, the most fulfilling careers, and the most fulfilling things you do in your life are those still have the power to surprise you. That surprise, sometimes it's the force that keeps you going. And as Mario Andretti, a former racer, said, if everything seems under control, you're not going fast enough. So you're still in your comfort zone. You're not evolving. And as for the things that you know you want to do, for example, you want to write a book, you want to start a business, you want to change your career, you want to learn a new skill, that's great. But if you're sitting around waiting for passion to show up and take you there, you're going to be sitting around for a very, very, very long time. So don't wait. Instead, start doing. Start working. Act. Don't sit down. Don't wait for it. It's not going to come. It's not going to come and knock on your door. Hey, let's go. I'm your passion. No. Start doing something and maybe you will find your passion in it. Because to live a life full of meaning and value, you don't follow your passion. Your passion follows you. I'll say that again. To live a life full of meaning and value, you don't follow your passion. Instead, your passion follows you. That's why you start something and then you start loving it. Success fuels passion more than passion fuels success. Just start. Just do. Don't wait. Passion alone isn't enough. And once again, if you are interested to learn NLP, hypnotherapy, and other courses online, just go to the mindtechinstitute.com, click on the online courses tab, and you can enroll and study online. And if you're interested in becoming a counselor, we also have a diploma in counseling as well as other diplomas and advanced diplomas. All our diplomas and advanced diplomas are recognized globally. We provide fast-track learning and also through a program called RPL, Recognition of Prior Learning, where you don't need to study or sit in a class, but based on your experience. Of course, there are conditions apply. And all the information can be found on our websites, mti.edu.au or themindtechinstitute.com. That's it for today. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions or if you have any suggestions for another topic, you can email me. The email is on our website, themindtechinstitute.com. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, especially if you are listening to this podcast on YouTube. The Dynamic Thinking Project podcast is released every Friday. Until next time, take care and enjoy your weekend. This is Adam Muselli, signing out.